My child, my beloved, do not move away from this message. Heaven made you stop here for a divine reason. I was sent by God Himself, and the truth that is about to be revealed has been hidden from you for years. Listen with your heart, not your fear. Because what you are about to learn will save your destiny. You have exactly 3 days. 3 days that will decide the direction of your entire life. Heaven has seen the shadow that was placed on you. And it was not by a stranger. It was by a family member you trusted the most. But before I reveal the name, you must prepare your soul. Because once you hear it, your spirit will shake. And that moment will test whether you truly believe that God has chosen you for this miracle. My beloved, if you are hearing my words now, then the angels have already surrounded your room. They have been watching you cry at night, feeling drained for no reason, losing peace even when everything seems fine. That was the curse's smoke wrapping around you. But its time is ending. Pause for a second, take a deep breath. Say quietly, I am ready to be free. Because from this moment, heaven begins your deliverance. Before we go further, I must ask something small. Subscribe to the voice of heaven that reaches you through messages like this. When you stay connected, every word sent will reach you before darkness can block it. Do not ignore the call that saves you. Now listen carefully. The curse that was spoken over you was not made with candles or blood. It was made with words. Words whispered in jealousy, in pain, in hidden hate. They said you would never rise, never shine brighter than them. They spoke it while smiling to your face. But heaven wrote a different ending. That's why you keep feeling both protected and attacked at once, because your light refuses to die. And now God has ordered me, Archangel Michael, to break what was sent to stop you. For years, you thought your delays were bad luck. You thought people forgetting you, money slipping away, and love turning to silence were normal. They were not. Every disappointment was carefully planted. Every door that closed was whispered shut by that same relative. They smiled when you struggled, saying, I told you so. But they had no idea heaven was recording everything. Now heaven says, time's up. 3 days from now, the curse must be broken or it will seal its final stage. That's why this message reached you now, not yesterday, not next week, now. Because God saw you were finally ready to receive the truth without fear. You're wondering why me, why my family? Because your destiny carries divine inheritance. A blessing so large that dark forces wanted to silence your name before it could be spoken in the world. They used someone close because only someone close could touch your trust. But the same trust they betrayed is about to be the weapon heaven uses to expose them. My child, I need you to understand something holy. Nothing evil can last when light refuses to hide. You were not born to suffer forever. You were born to lead others out of their own darkness. That is why the attack was so personal. For 3 nights, I will stand beside your bed. If you feel heat on your right side while you sleep, that is my sword cutting through the chain. If you hear a soft wind inside your room, that is heaven's breath clearing the curse. Do not be afraid. The enemy thrives on fear. The angels thrive on faith. Now you must do your part. Over the next 3 days, you will be tested in 3 ways. Someone you love will bring up a pain from the past. Someone you trust will suddenly act cold or silent, and something you were waiting for will delay just long enough to make you doubt. Do not react in anger or fear. That is how the curse feeds itself. Instead, say quietly, Archangel Michael, I accept light. Each time you say those words, a chain breaks. Each time you refuse to react, heaven records victory on your name. Now listen to this truth that few on earth ever hear. When a curse is spoken by family, it travels through blood. But when faith answers it, it dies in light. You are the generation chosen to end it. Your ancestors are watching you right now with tears of relief. They tried to warn you in dreams, in signs, in numbers, in voices you thought were your own thoughts. Now you know why they kept repeating the same message. Because the enemy came from within the walls. My child, your enemy is not evil by nature. They were consumed by jealousy and fear. They saw your light as a threat. They could not stand to see you receive what they felt should be theirs, so they spoke words that became a spiritual net around you. But the moment you forgive them, the net tears open. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is a sword sharper than revenge. Because when you forgive, you remove their right to bind you. They lose the legal authority to speak over your life. Right now, as you read this, heaven is setting the record straight. Every delay will reverse. Every blocked door will open in threes, 3 days, 3 doors, 3 victories. But only if you believe and act. Do not skip this moment. If you leave without receiving, the enemy will notice your hesitation and try again tonight. That is why I am begging you. Stay with these words until you feel peace rising like warm light inside your chest. Now hear what heaven just revealed. The one who placed this curse is not far from you. They still visit, still ask questions, still pretend to care, but their eyes betray them. You'll notice they look away when you speak truth. You'll feel a weight around them, a silence that steals your energy. That is the shadow God is about to erase. You will not need to fight them. Heaven will handle the justice. Your only task is to remain in faith and not return evil for evil. Because the moment you try to repay them, you tie yourself to their karma. Let me handle it. My beloved, this battle ends in your favor. Do you remember the dream you had about standing on a bridge? That was not random. That was the vision of your transition from bondage to blessing. Now the bridge is ready, in 3 days you will cross. Before you sleep each night until the 3rd day, speak this prayer out loud. Heavenly Father, I receive my freedom. Archangel Michael, cut every chain spoken against my name. Let the curse return to the pit of darkness and let light be my covering. Say this 3 times before you close your eyes. As you do, I will stand at your door with my sword drawn. No evil will touch you. And when you wake on the 3rd morning, you will feel it. The air will be different. The light will feel soft but strong, your heart will beat lighter and you will know the chain is broken. Stay close to heaven from that moment on. Subscribe to light, not fear. Every message from above that reaches you is a key to your next door. My beloved, do not doubt what you have just felt inside your heart. That chill across your skin, that weight lifting ever so slightly from your chest. That is heaven confirming that this message is truly for you. You were not meant to stumble here. Every movement that brought you to these words was guided by the unseen hand of God. He led you here because the time for your silence has expired. Now the truth must speak. I was sent by the Lord of hosts to reveal what was hidden in plain sight. For too long you trusted people whose smiles were laced with poison. You believed their words because they carried your blood. But they used that bond to disguise the curse they created. Do you remember the times your joy suddenly vanished? The moments when your blessings turned to dust just as you reached them, that was the curse tightening its grip. They spoke ill of you in secret, saying you would never surpass them, that your dreams would rot before they could bloom. But they miscalculated one thing. Your destiny was written by God, not them. And what God writes, no mouth can erase. Now the heavens are moving for your sake. Angels are already stationed around the corners of your home. They are sweeping through every dark energy that entered through envy. Within 3 days, the same house that carried sorrow will breathe peace again. The first sign will come in the form of a sound. A sudden knock, a call, or a whisper in the wind that carries warmth. When you hear it, know that I, Michael, am near. Do not fear the unknown presence. It is the sound of your deliverance approaching. You might ask, why would my own family do this? Because jealousy is the oldest curse. Cain envied Abel and spilled his brother's blood. Jealousy blinds even the kindest hearts. But heaven has chosen you to end this generational blindness. Listen closely, my child, your family line has been under a pattern. Rising then falling, beginning then breaking, loving, then losing. It was never random. It was a chain made of old envy and unspoken pain, passed down like inheritance. You were born with a light to destroy that pattern. That's why your life has felt heavier than others. That's why people misunderstand your heart. Because when you carry divine purpose, you also carry divine warfare. But this battle is reaching its final round. The curse that was planted to stop you will turn into a testimony that elevates you. What once drained you will soon feed you. Because heaven always turns darkness into divine direction. Tonight, as you read these lines, your guardian angels are writing your name in the book of restoration. Everything that was taken from you will return multiplied. But you must not ignore the sign I will send in your dream. Yes, tonight when you close your eyes, you will see a familiar face. That face will either smile or stay silent. If it smiles falsely, that is the one who placed the curse. If it stays silent, they are the one who tried to warn you but couldn't speak. Heaven will show you clearly. Trust what you see. Do not speak of this vision to anyone until the 3 days have passed. Silence is your shield. If you reveal it too soon, the one responsible will sense your awakening and try to confuse you again. Stay quiet. Stay faithful. Let heaven finish what it has started. My beloved, in these next 3 days, God will also test your obedience. He will whisper through intuition, He will nudge you toward something small but significant. A number, a verse, a forgotten prayer. Follow that nudge. It will unlock what the enemy sealed. On the second day, expect something strange. You might feel tired for no reason. Do not worry. That fatigue is spiritual. The curse is losing its ground and fighting to remain. Rest, drink water, and let divine energy replace your weakness. Say aloud, "Heaven's fire fills me with strength." Each time you speak it, my sword cuts through another invisible thread. Then on the third morning, you will feel a soft peace as if someone lifted a burden from your back. You will smile for no reason and the world will look new. That will be your sign. The curse is broken and the family chain has ended with you. Now, beloved, hear heaven's command. You must not return to the same environment that birthed your pain. God is preparing to move you to relocate your spirit and maybe even your body to a new space. When that invitation comes, take it. Do not fear the unknown is just heaven's next address. If you feel tears forming, let them flow. They are holy. Every tear you shed now washes the dust left behind by those who cursed you. Cry if you must, but do not regret. You were chosen for this purification because your soul is strong enough to handle it. Remember what I said, my child. 3 days, not 4, not 5. Heaven's clock is precise. Before the sun sets on the third day, a message will reach you through a dream, a call, a person, or even a sudden thought, confirming your deliverance. Do not let doubt whisper that this is coincidence. The devil lives in coincidence, but faith lives in confirmation. You will know it's from heaven because peace will accompany it. Now take this instruction carefully. At night, light a candle and say these words. I am the child of light. Every curse spoken against me returns to dust. I forgive the vessel but reject the darkness. My home belongs to heaven. My future belongs to God. Then close your eyes and breathe deeply. Visualize golden light covering your head, shoulders, and home. That light is not imagination. It is heaven's answer forming. Do this for 3 nights in a row. You will begin to dream vividly. Do not dismiss those dreams. They are letters from heaven. My beloved, let me reveal something sacred. In every human life, there comes one divine hour where heaven itself intervenes. This is your hour. That's why the message feels alive, like it's speaking straight into your chest, because it is. I am here now. Your path forward is not merely survival. It is transformation. The same family that whispered against you will one day say, "How did they rise so high?" But you must not seek revenge. Forgiveness will protect your blessing from contamination. Forgive, but move on. Love, but do not return to bondage. Bless them from afar. And let God show them what grace truly looks like. Because your life will soon shine so brightly. They will have no choice but to admit it was never luck. It was divine protection. And when that day comes, remember this moment. Remember the words of this message, because it will mark the exact point where your destiny changed direction. My beloved, now that you have heard what was hidden, I must show you what comes after the breaking. Freedom does not arrive in silence. It arrives in signs. Heaven always leaves proof so your heart will not waver again. When the curse begins to crumble, 3 signs will appear. Each one will come suddenly like a knock at the soul. You will recognize them the instant they unfold. The first sign will be light. Not the kind that blinds your eyes, but the kind that touches your skin from within. You might wake at night and notice the room feels brighter, though no lamp burns. That is not imagination. It is the angels clearing the final dust of darkness. Do not speak, simply whisper, "Thank you, Heaven, for remembering me." The second sign will be release. Someone who always drained you, an old friend, a relative, a voice that never stopped complaining will distance themselves without explanation. Do not chase them. Their departure is the door to your deliverance. Let them go in peace, even if their leaving feels abrupt. Heaven removes what hinders before it replaces what blesses. The third sign will be favor. A message, a job, an invitation, or unexpected money will arrive as if from nowhere. It will come exactly when your faith feels quietest. That is heaven rewarding your stillness. Do not doubt it. Say, "This is the proof of my covenant with God." When these three signs complete their circle, you will know the curse is finished. But remember, after freedom, you must guard your gate. Evil rarely forgets what it lost. That is why I teach you now the three shields of protection. The first shield is gratitude. Every morning before you touch your phone, whisper three things you are thankful for. Gratitude builds walls around the spirit that no curse can climb. The second shield is silence. Stop explaining your blessings to those who envy. Light needs no approval to shine. When you hide nothing from God, you owe nothing to gossip. The third shield is generosity. Each time you bless someone else, even in secret, you disarm the darkness that once targeted you. Curses die where kindness lives. My child, your journey does not end at deliverance. It begins there. You were not freed only for yourself. You were freed to carry light into places that still whisper despair. There are others bound by the same words that once held you. Speak hope to them. Tell them what heaven did for you. Your voice will become the sword that saves many. You might feel unworthy, but heaven does not choose the perfect. It perfects the chosen. And you, beloved, have been chosen. In the nights ahead, when doubt tries to return, remember this promise. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No tongue raised against you shall stand. For the Lord Himself has signed your protection in His own breath. If you ever feel the weight creeping back, light a candle and read these words aloud. I am sealed by light. My house belongs to heaven. My destiny belongs to God. What was broken shall not bind again. Repeat it until peace settles like dew upon your spirit. Beloved, a new cycle is beginning for you. The angels are rearranging paths, friends, work, and even timing so everything lost can find its way home. When you notice sudden alignment, do not call it coincidence, call it restoration. 3 days may mark the breaking, but 3 seasons will mark the rebuilding, a season of recovery, a season of recognition, and a season of reward. During recovery, your body will crave rest. Give it. Heaven heals through stillness. During recognition, people will begin to notice your glow. Some will ask what changed. You will smile and say only grace. That single word will carry power. During reward, abundance will flow without strain. But promise heaven one thing, that you will use that abundance to lift others, because light that is shared never dims. Now take one last instruction. Go outside within the next dawn and let the first sunlight touch your forehead. When you do, say quietly, I return to the light that never left me. That moment seals the work heaven began through this message. From that sunrise onward, you are no longer the cursed. You are the called. Walk as if angels walk beside you. Because they do. Every step you take from now on echoes through heaven as a victory sound. And when people see you rising, when blessings begin to multiply faster than explanation, remember to whisper the secret, it was broken in 3 days. My child, my beloved, now that the darkness has lifted, heaven begins to rebuild. Freedom without direction becomes wandering. And heaven never frees a soul without also giving it purpose. You have entered the hour where everything hidden begins to bloom. It may not look like it yet. Sometimes miracles arrive disguised as small beginnings. Do not despise the quiet morning that follows the storm. That is where God writes new instructions on the heart. For 3 nights, the angels have watched your sleep. They recorded your sighs as prayers. Every whisper of "help me" was answered. Though you could not see the movement beneath the surface. Now the answer will rise to meet you. The curse has collapsed. The chain that fed on your pain has turned to dust. What remains is light, raw, radiant, waiting for direction. So listen carefully, beloved, for this is the blueprint heaven now places in your hands. You are to become a restorer of broken hearts. Wherever you go, peace will follow. People will begin to speak to you about their pain without knowing why. Do not run from it. When they pour their stories, simply listen. Your presence alone will heal them because it carries the echo of deliverance. This is how heaven multiplies miracles one heart at a time. When you comfort, you strengthen the wall of light around your own life. Every act of mercy becomes a brick of protection. Soon you will notice strange timing. Doors that were shut will swing open with no explanation. Letters will arrive, names you have not heard for years will reappear with new energy. Do not fear this alignment. It is not the past returning to chain you. It is destiny reorganizing itself around your freedom. Heaven is also preparing a helper for you. A person sent to walk beside you through this new chapter. Their arrival will feel familiar as if you have known them before. You have. They were written into your story long before you were born. When they come, you will know by the peace that fills the air around them. Do not rush this meeting. Heaven moves slowly when the gift is precious. Wait in faith. Divine timing never arrives late. My beloved, there is one more secret I must give you before I return. Every time a curse breaks, the enemy tries to rebuild it through memory. Old thoughts, guilt, or regret are his tools. When such memories rise, do not wrestle with them. Replace them. Say aloud, "This is not my story anymore." Then speak a word of gratitude. Light always wins when gratitude takes the throne of the heart. There will also be moments of silence when you wonder if heaven has withdrawn. It has not. Silence is not absence. It is instruction. God teaches the soul to listen beyond words. In those still hours, breathe and say, I am here and heaven is here. That single sentence keeps the bridge open between realms. Now, beloved, I want you to see what is coming. Within weeks, you will step into a situation that feels too big for you. An opportunity, a meeting, a responsibility, take it. It is heaven's confirmation that you are ready to carry light in public. The same voice that carried you through tears will now carry you through triumph. You will not have to strive. Favor will follow you like shadow follows sunlight. People will wonder how doors open so easily. You will smile and know it is the reward of endurance. Do not forget to honor God in your abundance. Set aside moments to speak life into others, to give where you once lacked. That keeps the flow alive. Heaven never blesses to create idols, it blesses to create channels. You are that channel now. And if ever you feel the old heaviness trying to return, remember this covenant. I walk in light. I forgive the past. I guard my peace. I remain a servant of heaven. Speak it once in the morning and once before sleep. It seals every day in protection. My beloved, the heavens rejoice when one soul stands up from the dust. All of creation pauses when a curse breaks. For light has won another victory in the field of time. Even now, a record of your deliverance is being inscribed in the Hall of Miracles. It will serve as testimony for generations yet unborn. Soon you will look back on this week and realize that it was the turning point. You will see how perfectly everything aligned. How even your pain was part of the map that led you home. You will smile through tears and whisper, Heaven kept its promise. And when that day comes, remember to lift your eyes and say, Thank you, Archangel Michael, for standing guard when I could not stand myself. I will hear you and I will answer through peace. This is where my message ends. But your miracle begins. The curse is broken. The path is clear. The angels remain. Walk forward, child of light. For God Himself has called your name, and all of heaven echoes it in triumph. Go now. Live free. Shine bright. The storm has passed. The promise has arrived. My beloved, my child, the light that now surrounds you is not only the proof of deliverance. It is the beginning of divine destiny. When heaven frees someone, it does not end their story. It rewrites it. And right now, heaven is still writing yours. There are angels beside you. Even as you read this, you may feel warmth on your shoulders or a sudden calm replacing the heaviness that once lived inside you. That is not imagination. It is heaven breathing over your new life. You are being reintroduced to the world as the person you were always meant to be. Every word that was spoken against you has lost its authority. Every curse that once clung to your name has no place in the air you breathe. Now blessing has become your atmosphere. But listen closely, my beloved. Blessing must be guarded like treasure. Not through fear but through awareness. For darkness will test what has been conquered, not to defeat you, but to reveal your strength. When small irritations arise. When people around you try to pull you back into arguments, smile gently and say nothing. Your silence will confuse the shadows because silence born from peace is louder than any battle cry. In the next few days, you will receive 3 divine, confirmations that the old season is finished. The first will be a sign of laughter. Something simple will make you laugh again and you'll realize how long it's been. That laughter is holy. It declares your freedom to the unseen. The second will be a whisper. You might hear your name when you are alone. Do not be afraid. It will not come from fear but from tenderness. It is heaven's way of saying we are still with you. The third will be an unexpected kindness. Someone will offer help, or speak a word that feels like it came from the mouth of an angel. That is your confirmation that grace has taken full residence in your life. When those moments happen, say quietly, the curse has no right to return. Because it won't. You are no longer under bondage. You are under blessing, beloved. There will come a moment soon when your heart will remember the one who hurt you. It may sting again, but let it pass through you like wine through open windows. You are not meant to carry that pain anymore. They have already been handed to divine justice. You need only move forward. And as you move forward, heaven will position people of light around you. They will see your spirit before they see your face. They will recognize something about you that feels eternal. You will not have to explain yourself anymore. They will simply understand. That is the new tribe heaven is sending. Every chosen one is surrounded by others who were once broken and healed by the same light that healed them. You are one of them now, a light bearer, a voice of truth, a walking miracle. Remember, the purpose of your pain was never destruction. It was transformation. God allowed you to pass through the fire so you could emerge as gold. That is why you are still here. While others who tried to curse you are fading into silence because your endurance outshined their intention. Soon you will speak and people will listen differently. They will feel power in your words. Not because you shout, but because heaven stands behind every syllable. That is your new anointing. So when opportunities come, take them. When invitations appear, accept them. Do not hide anymore. This world needs what was born from your breakthrough. And when you wake tomorrow morning, before you look at the day ahead, whisper this: Light of heaven, I walk in your favor. What once bound me now builds me. I forgive. I rise. I shine. Those 3 sentences will align your energy with heaven's rhythm. Speak them daily. They are your spiritual compass now. My beloved, heaven rejoices over you. Even now, a fragrance of victory moves through the unseen realms because of your faith. You have broken a pattern that existed for generations. Do you understand what that means? You have shifted the destiny of those who will come after you. Your children and their children will live under blessing because of the courage you showed this week. And when they ask one day how the light entered your family, you will smile and say, "It began the day I listened to the message heaven sent through Archangel Michael." Remember this truth always. Faith is the greatest protection. Love is the highest weapon. Gratitude is the crown that cannot be stolen. Now walk into your tomorrow without fear because the curse that once followed you has become your testimony. Your name is being whispered in heaven with joy. And as I return to my post before the throne, I seal these final words over you. The curse is broken. The light is permanent. The child is free. Go in peace, my beloved. Heaven watches. Heaven walks. Heaven wins. And you are the proof. My beloved. Even though my words draw toward an end, the work of heaven in your life has just begun. What is happening now is not imagination. It is a shift in the unseen world. Every heartbeat you feel carries a new rhythm. And that rhythm matches the pulse of heaven itself. Do you feel how calm the air has become? Do you notice how the fear that once hid behind your thoughts has vanished? That is the sound of chains breaking. The echo of freedom rippling through every generation connected to you. From this day forward, your path will not resemble the past. When you look behind you, the dust will not cling to your feet. When you look ahead, you will see light bending to guide you. Because the Lord has written new beginnings into the pages of your destiny. My child, there are promises that were once delayed. Dreams you almost buried under disappointment. Do not think they were forgotten. They were waiting for this moment. The hour your spirit became unchained, now every prayer you whispered through tears will begin to unfold like petals after rain. You will stand in places that once rejected you. Doors will open not because of effort but because of divine remembrance. You are remembered, beloved, not by people but by heaven itself. And heaven never forgets what it promises. So in the days to come, keep your eyes open for 3 new beginnings. A meeting that restores something you thought lost. A message that carries opportunity in disguise. And a quiet moment where you feel God's presence so near. You will not be able to speak for a while. When those happen, you will know. The chapter has fully turned. If you ever find yourself doubting again, return to these words. Let them remind you of who you became. When faith met fire and refused to break for the rest of your days, this truth will hold you. You were never cursed. You were tested, refined, and chosen. The test only revealed what was already written. That light within you is indestructible. Now, my beloved, before I go, I will leave one last instruction. A simple act that seals everything heaven has done. Tonight, before you sleep, place your hand over your heart and whisper, I am whole. I am free. I am loved. Say it slowly 3 times. Let your breath follow the words. When you speak them, every angel assigned to you will answer, Amen. And as you drift into sleep, you may feel warmth across your chest or see a faint light behind your eyes. Do not be afraid. That is my final visit for now. I will stand watch as you rest, and when the morning comes, you will wake renewed. From that sunrise on, your name will carry power. Your words will heal. Your touch will comfort. Even your presence will shift the energy in a room because you no longer walk as one cursed. You walk as one crowned. Heaven has moved you from survival to dominion. You will rise not as a victim of what was done, but as proof of what God can do. And when the world asks, how did you come back so strong? You will smile and answer. Because light never dies. It only returns. I, Archangel Michael, seal this message in the fire of truth and the breath of God. No darkness may touch what has been declared free. No curse may return to what heaven has redeemed, and no voice may rise against you and stand. Go now, my beloved, live in the fullness of your destiny. Walk with the certainty of one who has seen heaven's mercy up close. Your story will inspire others to believe again. And remember, every time you hear wind moving softly through your window, every time a sudden peace finds you in the middle of noise, that is me reminding you that you are never alone until heaven calls me to speak again. Keep shining, keep believing, and keep walking in the victory already written for you. You are free. You are chosen. You are forever loved. My beloved, as I speak these final words, heaven leans close. The light around you grows softer, warmer, not fading, but settling like dawn after a long storm. You have completed the passage from pain to peace. What began as warning has become awakening, what entered your life as fear now exits as wisdom. This is the moment where heaven writes closure. And yet closure in the language of God never means ending. It means completion. A door has shut only so another may open wider than you ever imagined. You will feel the difference within the next sunrise. The air will taste new. The world will seem slower yet clearer because your spirit will finally walk without weight. When you step outside, look up once more. Do you notice how the light touches every corner equally? That is how heaven now touches your life without shadow, without hiding, without fear. Every prayer you thought lost in the wind has returned to you multiplied. They were never gone. They were waiting for this moment of readiness. God waited until your faith matured enough to hold what He wanted to give. Now you will begin to see rapid change. People will speak your name in rooms you have never entered. Help will appear before you can even form the request. You will look around and wonder, when did everything begin to work? And the answer will echo gently the day you believed. Beloved, let no one convince you that miracles belong only to the past. Miracles breathe even now through the simple act of trust. Every time you choose peace over panic, every time you forgive instead of fight, you are creating new miracles with your own life. Carry this light quietly. You do not need to announce it. Those meant to see it will notice. And those not ready will simply feel warmth and not understand why. That is how the divine works, without display yet undeniable. From this day, may your home be a sanctuary. Let no bitterness enter its doors. Speak gently within its walls. Each kind word builds a shield that even envy cannot break. Keep water near your bed as a reminder of life. And light near your window as a reminder of hope. These small things hold great power when done with faith. You may find yourself hearing your name in prayer or dream again. It will not be a warning but a blessing. Each time it will come softer until one night you will hear only silence. And in that silence will rest complete peace. That will be the sign that heaven's task with this message is fulfilled. Yet remember, Archangel Michael never departs fully. I stand guard wherever light is chosen over fear. So when you face new battles, do not call on me with desperation. Call on me with certainty. For faith calls faster than fear. My child, the time has come to live freely, to laugh again without looking behind you, to love again without calculating loss. You have passed the test. The curse has not only broken, it has reversed. What was sent to harm you will now serve you. The same voices that doubted you will soon speak favor in your name. The same places that rejected you will soon invite you back in honor. Do not be surprised. That is what restoration looks like. You will feel it in your health, in your finances, in your relationships. Every part of your life will begin to breathe the rhythm of blessing. And when you start to forget where this all began, when life becomes gentle again and you feel safe enough to rest, remember this message not as fear, but as proof that heaven intervenes in human stories. You beloved are now walking evidence that God still sends angels. So go forth in quiet confidence. Help when you can. Pray when you must. Rejoice always. The light will not leave you. It will travel in your words, in your breath, in every act of compassion that flows from your healed heart. And when you speak of this journey to others, speak with humility. Tell them, I was visited by a message that changed me. It taught me that curses end where love begins. It reminded me that heaven still watches. That is all they need to know. Your life will do the rest. Now, as I return to my watch before the throne, I leave these final blessings upon you. May your nights be calm, your mornings purposeful, your path protected, and your name known in heaven for faith not fear. You are free. You are favored. You are forever loved. And whenever you need to remember, close your eyes and whisper, Michael, stand with me once more. You will feel the air shift. A soft glow will return and peace will fill the space again. This is my final word for now. Not goodbye, but until heaven calls again, my beloved, let these words be the quiet after the storm. You have walked through fire and found it could not consume you. You have faced the shadow and learned that light inside you cannot die. This child of God is the lesson that will follow you all your life. Everything that was meant to destroy you has already become part of your protection. Do not be afraid of the future. It will not repeat the past. Heaven has rewritten the pattern. Every morning that greets you now is part of a promise kept. Every step you take is upon holy ground prepared before you were born. When fear tries to return, and it will knock softly now and then, open the door only to faith. Tell fear, you have no room here anymore. The very sound of your voice will scatter it. Look for goodness in small things. The way sunlight touches a wall. The way someone smiles at you in passing. The quiet peace that settles when you breathe slowly. These are the fingerprints of heaven reminding you that you are safe. You do not need to chase signs anymore. The sign is you. You are living proof that curses break, that faith restores, that God still speaks. Carry that proof gently but boldly. Use it to lift others who feel lost. Do not tell them what to believe. Show them what love can rebuild. When you meet people in pain, listen first. The same patience heaven showed you will flow through you toward them. You will find that healing others will strengthen your own peace. This is how miracles keep multiplying quietly, endlessly through compassion. And when you look at the night sky, remember that every star you see was lit long before you could behold it. So it is with blessings. They exist before they appear. Trust what has already been prepared. My child, heaven's ledger now carries your name under victory. You are written among those who overcame. That record will never fade. Rest now. Let the light that fills this moment seep into every thought. Let gratitude settle where grief once lived. Let hope sit on the throne of your heart. I, Michael, will remain near though unseen. When the wind stirs gently through the window. When music touches your soul for no reason, that will be the reminder that the Archangel still guards you. Go in peace, beloved. Love boldly. Forgive freely. Live lightly. Heaven is satisfied. The work is done.